Hello, welcome to the BBC. Today we have a special guest, Dr. Alexander from the Department of Paleolithics. He's the one who found the skull of one of the early hominids. Let's welcome Dr. Alexander to the BBC.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alexander, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Let's talk about the latest find.
Well, we were digging in a place in Africa, Sudan, and one of our workers found a piece of skull. We went looking for the body and found which happened to be a skeleton of an early hominid, Homo erectus.
How did you know that it's Homo erectus skeleton?
We know this because when we assembled the bones, they were almost exactly like Homo erectus's, meaning that the ribcage was slightly larger than normal, and so was the skull. But just to be sure, we analyzed the remnants and discovered how old they were. They were about 1.5 to 1.6 million years old. Due to this fact, the skeleton must be Homo erectus's. That was the only species that lived from 1.2 to 1.8 million years ago.
Wow! If you know much about Homo erectus, could you please tell us what are the main key capabilities for Homo erectus possessed to stay alive for 6 million years?
Well, a main key capability was when Homo erectus discovered fire and learned to use it, for keeping predators away and for cooking. Another key capability that Homo erectus had was creating tools. Homo erectus did not use their bare hands to kill animals. They used stones and spears, as well as knives, to help hunt or ward off animals in their territory.
Could you tell us what was the most common item they used for their weapon?
In general, they used stone as dagger, and sometimes obsidian. But for the spear throw, which was the most common weapon, they generally got a piece of wood and made it a spear, so they could throw it.
Could you name your favorite paleontologist that have found famous discovery?
One of my favorite paleontologists is Taighe and Huy, because he was the first person to discover Homo erectus, and that is why he is my favorite.
Okay, where did Homo erectus migrate? In which continent?
Well, Homo erectus was the first hominid that migrated from Africa, their birthplace, and settled down in Europe.
What did this species evolve into?
Homo erectus evolved into two types of species, Neanderthal and Homo sapiens.
Which of the descent from the two species are we from?
Only Homo sapiens survived the process of evolution, so we are therefore descendants of Homo sapiens.
That is interesting. What was the physical appearance of Homo erectus?
Homo erectus had less muscle on their jaw because of the change from cooked meat to raw meat, as through the development of fire. As Homo erectus ate more cooked meat, they got more muscular due to the fact that they had more time to eat and hunt. Because of their change from raw meat to cooked meat, Homo erectus also got more smarter. Because their jaw muscles retracted and therefore their skull expanded as well as their brain.
Wow, they were really interested. Thank you for being here on the BBC for telling us about Homo erectus. See you next time.
My pleasure. Bye.